Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on the Spanish tragedy, and today we get to hear from Bel-imperia in Act 1, Scene 4. Now, Bel-imperia is the woman that Don Andrea was in sort of a secret relationship with at the time of his death, and she has been asking Horatio in this scene to explain to her how exactly Don Andrea died, which he did, saying that Balthazar kind of ransacked him during this battle and he got all kinds of backup that knocked Don Andrea off his horse, and then Balthazar killed him. But they were able to capture Balthazar, and Horatio made sure that Don Andrea got a proper burial, a proper funeral. And Horatio is now wearing a scarf that Don Andrea used to wear, but that originally Bel-imperia had given to him. But she's okay with that. It's fine that Horatio is now wearing it. And Horatio's like, I gotta check on some things because the prince is going to be coming. And Bel-imperia says, "I go, Horatio, leave me here alone, for solitude best fits my cheerless mood." Horatio leaves. Yet what avails to wail Andrea's death, from whence Horatio proves my second love? Had he not loved Andrea as he did, he could not sit in Bel-imperia's thoughts. But how can love find harbor in my breast till I revenge the death of my beloved? Yes, second love shall further my revenge. I'll love Horatio, my Andrea's friend, the more to spite the prince that wrought his end. And where Don Balthazar, that slew my love, himself now pleads for favor at my hands, he shall, in rigor of my just disdain, reap long repentance for his murderous deed. For what was't else but murderous cowardice, so many to oppress one valiant knight, without respect of honor in the fight? And here he comes that murdered my delight. So she has a plot. She has a plot here. She's like, yes, leave me alone. I must be melancholy for a moment. And she starts thinking about Horatio a little bit. Maybe Horatio's not such a bad guy. And maybe, how come he's still swirling around in her thoughts? Because she really shouldn't move on to another guy until she's been able to get revenge for Don Andrea. But then she figures that she can do both at the same time. If she lets people know that she loves Horatio and or falls in love with Horatio, Balthazar is coming to woo her so she can make him angry by loving somebody else. So she's going to use her love to piss off Balthazar. She's going to direct it at Horatio to further spite Balthazar and to feed the revenge in that direction, because she's very angry about the way that Don Andrea was killed, that he was sort of ganged up on, and she's like, that makes Balthazar a coward. So she has decided she's going to love Horatio to make Balthazar angry. And at that moment, Lorenzo and Balthazar come in. Lorenzo sort of escorting Balthazar because Balthazar is being held prisoner at Lorenzo's place. And so they come in because Balthazar is supposed to be coming over for dinner, and also he wants to confess his love for Bel-imperia to her. So there's a little bit of wordplay back and forth. She's not having it. She wants nothing to do with Balthazar. He keeps trying to tell her that she's beautiful and he loves her and all this sort of stuff. And she wants nothing to do with it. She's like, those are words that you say to anybody, which means it's my cue to leave now. And she goes to leave. Horatio is coming back in and she drops a glove, which Horatio picks up. And she's like, no, keep it for your pains. So that exchange of like a love token kind of thing happens with Horatio while Balthazar is watching. She then leaves. Horatio's like, the king's coming for dinner. Everything's just about ready, so prepare for that. And Lorenzo says to Balthazar, he's like, don't worry about her. She's just in a bad mood right now, that it'll all blow over. Leave it to me. I'll make sure that everything works out to be just fine. And at that point, everybody enters so they can have a great big dinner, which feels like a good place to stop for today. So we will pick up there tomorrow as this banquet dinner is about to happen. So I will see you then, and we will hear from the King of Spain. See you tomorrow. Mwah.